Okay, so what we're doing today are moose farts. It's Canadian, eh? This is not a recipe that I can actually take credit for. I don't know that I'd really want to take credit for this one. But it actually came from Newfoundland, Canada. I would give credit to the person who came up with it, but I don't really know who that is. But anyways, it's a Newfoundland, Canada recipe. It's a bit of a dessert. It's not really got any baking in it at all, but I thought it would be kind of fun to go through this, just add it in with some bread, and I mean, let's face it, who gets to make moose farts, you know? So let's get started. Let's see what we get. Okay, so we start off with the wet ingredients. We have the melted butter, quarter of a cup of melted butter. Melted that in the microwave. It's pretty warm, so I'm going to dump it in there. And I'm just going to let it sit for a minute. Okay, that's pretty hot. Get rid of that, just so we don't drop it. Okay, so into that we add 1 small can of condensed milk, sweetened. I believe it was 300 milliliters, I believe, yes. So that would be what, I think 14 ounces, 300 milliliters. I'll convert that for you if I can remember to do it at the end. Whoa, shoot. Okay, I'm a sloppy cook, I know. Alright, and we dump that in. Man, that's like caramel. I should have had a smaller squeegee here. But more like glue. Alright, that's pretty good. Good grief. I need a mop. I should always know that when I'm doing something like this, I need a mop. Okay. That's cleaned up. We'll just get that. Well, actually, maybe the warmth of that butter is good. It'll help loosen that up a little bit. We'll mix that in there. Coffee. This video is brought to you by coffee. Otherwise, it would not be possible. Any coffee, doesn't matter what brand. There's plenty of it. Okay, so then we want to put in, that stuff's sticky, some vanilla extract. I prefer to use the real stuff. I don't know if this is real. I think this is the real one. Yes, this is the real one. And so we want what is it, a half a teaspoon? A whole teaspoon of vanilla extract. So let's find a teaspoon here. That looks about right. Okay. There, let's do this so I can do it without being a klutz. I'm a little bit ambidextrous, but alright. But as soon as I have something greasy or sticky in my hands, it all goes out the window. Alright, and this we want to mix up until it's kind of nicely blended, well blended. You don't want to have sweet spots and spots without the vanilla and such. And I showed you in the other part of the video here with the baking the bread about the kitchen towel dampened, and just lay a little corner of it down, make kind of a triangle out of it, set the bowl on that so that it's not on a slippery surface, and then use the rest of the long part to kind of wrap in tight and make a kind of a nest around the bowl. And because it doesn't have to be dripping wet, you don't want to make a mess, but just damp and wring it out, and that really holds the bowl steady, so you can actually stir quite a lot with single hand. Okay, so that's really the liquid part. There's not really much else. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the graham crumbs and Now I took a half cup measure here. Let's get this opened up. And we need 1.5 cups of graham cracker crumbs. So I took the half cup measure, and rather than trying to estimate the half cup later. Okay, there's a half a cup. I have this dumped out in a bowl so it would be a little easier for this video, but hey, this is real life, folks. One. No, there's not enough in there to get the other half. So we'll use that. We're going to need a little bit more later anyway, so we'll use that as well. There's no worries there. Oh, this looks finer, quite a bit finer. That's a good thing we mixed this then, because this is here, I'll show you. You can see there's somewhat coarseness in there. Let me get the other half cup out here and show you. Different brand, I guess. Oh, well, I don't know. A little bit, maybe. Anyways, there's our other half. So that's 1.5 cups. I'm going to set that down. I'm going to mix this all together so that it makes a real nice glop. You know, when you've got a proper glop, you'll know you're done. I shouldn't be throwing these technical terms out at everybody because I know not everyone is at this level. Luckily for you, you have no idea. Alright, let's just fold this in and get it going. Heck with neatness. Okay. Then, after this, that's not bad. That's actually pretty good. Okay, so, here, let's get that out of the way. Next we want chocolate chips. Chocolate chips, okay. Chocolate chips. Let's do chocolate chips. Everything is childproof. What the heck? Is that even open? It's torn off. Open now. There we go. I think it was open, but anyways, okay, so let's get our little measure back. We're going to need more breadcrumbs or graham crumbs in a moment here, but okay, so chocolate chips is 1.5 cups again. So half, a little heavy. 1. Now imagine once we taste this, these are quite rich. They're kind of a nice thing to nibble on the trail when you need some energy. Actually, my favorite thing to nibble on the trail to carry when I need energy is Christmas cake. You know, the Christmas fruit cake? That stuff is awesome. It's got all kinds of goodness in it with the fruit and everything, and it's certainly good to eat, of course. And I find it just gives me a real nice energy boost. So I just start, oh my golly, this is starting to thicken up. I didn't really sort of think it was going to get that thick just yet. But anyway, let's get her done. There, just roll it in. There's nothing to be, they're moose farts. This is not exactly a delicate technique. Keep in mind what we're making here. Okay, and coconut, this coconut. And the shredded coconut we need 1.5 cups. Who knew? What a surprise, eh? I'll try not to be in front of the camera there too much. This is going to flip and give me a... Okay, that's a little heavy, but... Once you eat these things and you see what they're like, you may never make it again, actually, but... Once you eat these things and you see what it's like, if if it's too much coconut, or if you don't like coconut, or if it's too much chocolate, or you don't like that, or whatever, just skip it. We're just making something to play with here. So, boy, this is Maybe quite a consistency here. I might have had a bigger bowl maybe for. I thought I had a really big bowl, but apparently that was not quite the case. Anyways, what we're going to do, if we can do it without really doing a lot of damage here to the building, is just stir up all this stuff here. And once it's all nicely mixed, that is how it works. There we go. Boy, this probably isn't the right paddle for mixing this either, this silicone spatula. I like these things because this stuff doesn't stick to it too badly and it's not hard to clean afterwards, but in something as heavy a mix as this, a little bit stiffer spatula would be probably better. Okay. There we go. Now we're starting to get it. Now we're starting to get it. Alright, so that's everything mixed. Now what you want to do here, this is, like I said, this is a no-cook thing. So it's probably not even appropriate for this video, but what the heck. Okay. So we'll mix that up. We've got it pretty decently mixed. This now goes in the refrigerator. You want that to firm up so that you can touch it without really being terribly messed up, because we're going to roll it into moose farts. So I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. We're going to leave it in there for about an hour so it gets nice and chilled, and then I'll bring you back for the final, whatever it turns out to be. Okay. Now this mix has been in the fridge. It should be in there for about an hour, and it's been probably 2 hours. I don't think it matters if it's too long, it's just that it needs to firm up a little bit so that you can do this step. So, we sprinkle a bit more of the breadcrumbs around, and I've just got a tablespoon, or a cereal spoon, or whatever you want to call it. Oh yeah, it's quite firm. So what we're going to do, actually, I'm going to get a second spoon. There's a word for what I'm doing here, and I can't think of it right now. They make little kind of egg-shaped things with 2 spoons, and there's actually a technical name for this, but I don't know what it is. But anyways, we'll just do this. And we'll just make up a bunch of them. Lots and lots. Okay. And bugs me when I can't think of a name of something, when I know it, and I just can't find it in my mind there. Kind of annoying when that happens. Anyways, I'm going to start doing this for a while. I won't keep you going on while I do this, because this is obviously going to take a little while. But I'll get some of them done, and then I'll show you what we got, and then I can do the rest of them off camera. I'll just kind of roll that around in there and get it kind of covered with these graham crumbs. And there it is. I'll set them right there. I know you're looking at this now, Tom, and thinking, what on earth would you want to do this for? Sometimes when they look a little too realistic, you don't necessarily want to try them. But anyway, all in fun. Okay, so basically that's what it looks like. Now I'm going to shut the camera off, and I'll bring you back when I've got a whole bunch more of these done, because it's just going to take a while. We'll be back shortly. well, there we are. That's the feature story right there, ready to go. That's pretty much what it would look like. There's quite a few there. Maybe it was a bit of a small moose, but still, it gives you the idea. Now I've got quite a bit of, I haven't even used a quarter of the bowl yet. So this is going to take me quite a while to finish making these. Cannelle, I think, is what I was thinking about with the 2 spoons. When you, anyway, who cares? So anyways, thank you very much. I appreciate you watching. These are delicious, folks. If you like coconut and chocolate and all that kind of stuff, this is really, really good. It's a little bit rich, but man, just put them in a fridge or on a piece of wax paper, or better off maybe in a shallow Tupperware with a lid, and they'll last for quite a while. I'm sure that they will be eaten before they have any possibility of spoiling. So everybody have a great day. Enjoy your time in the outdoors. If you haven't already subscribed, I'd appreciate it if you do. I always look forward to the comments. And we'll see you all down the trail.